Hello. Right. I got a parcel. Now, just to confirm, I don't live at my mum's. Yeah. Yeah. The address on it isn't my mum's address. Yeah. So we're going to go through this first, just quickly, because I ordered myself some nice stuff. Okay. So let's just go quickly through the chat. Tippy, welcome back to my memberships on the other channel. Thank you for joining. Is it gonna? You can't make this shit up. You can't. If you can see, I'm behind a EBT card. What's this one say? Anyone else, Mr. Musical Styling and Late Night Stalking of David Noy Ramos? We will be coming into that. We will be coming into that. Welcome, Jill. Lady Jill, should I say? Oh, look, we've got a moderator back. Looking forward to a very thoughtful, restrained discussion. All messages. Yeah, click all messages so everyone can see. Jinx is in the house. Aurora. Karen. I thought you was a mod over here. Jinx, Karen. Lee. Truth Sleuth. I don't think I've seen you before, but welcome. Welcome. Now, there was no intro tonight. I'm very disappointed about all this. But, yeah. There's an article in today's newspaper, but behind a paywall. Well, True Sleuth, I've got it. Thank you. I've got it. Don't worry about it. Don't stress. I've got you. Prof Sure is quiet there. True. Yeah. Don't forget. Hit the like on your way in. Yeah, do that. Susie, I'm here for this one. Oh, she's here for this one. Let me get this off. Oh, what's going on? All of a sudden, it doesn't like my touchscreen. I don't know. I forgot he was getting sentenced, so I would have watched the live stream. It was available. It wasn't. The prof played victim and cried. So, yeah, good audio. Yay. Good to hear. Okay. So, while we're waiting for a few people to come in, I'm one of Gray's mods, been following the Delphi case from the beginning. The prof is a wacko. Oh, yeah. Well, we've actually got a true crime channel. If one of the mods want to drop it, it's I'll Be Frank. But over here, we expose the Delphi lot. So, what am I doing? Got myself some new slippers, they. Yeah, new slippers. Put them there. Some window stickers. Goes on your window, like. Stick it on. It's like a stained glass. 3 of them. Oh, okay. Some new leads. Yeah. Ruckus, don't be jealous. Always getting jealous. Tablecloths. You can tell I've got old, and like I'm not pulling out anything fun. Microfiber cloths. Yeah. Aurora, for you. Yeah. When you're doing the cleaning. Another lead. Yeah. Gotta have leads. These are actually powerful leads. And a wallet. Because when I was a drinker, I actually lost my wallet. But let me, because it's white, so it's not coming up. But yeah, Donovan Boudreaux, the prof's son. I know it's rescued because of the back screen. I'll take it off now. No, I can't do it. Sorry. I'll have to just take pictures for you. It's his new hobby. I didn't see Lee. So, me new wallet. Ooh, fancy. It's got $1 on it. Oh, $100, sorry. Yeah, so I'm $100 richer than the prof. There we go. So that was my Temu splurge on myself. I don't see. Oh, there's Shane. Oh, it's magnetic. How fancy is that? Well, that's my Temu splurge out of the way. I do have another parcel that came. There we go. I will be going over that one on the other channel. That was actually sent to me by the followers. I won't disclose who sent it because Temu Hall. Yeah, I won't disclose who sent it because it's up to them. If they want to say in the chat, they can. I'll probably stream it to both stream. Oh no, I can't. I might have to. I might have to look into that. But as you can see behind me, my green screen is Rick Snay's EBT card. We are all Rick Snay. One like can feed a hungry Snay. There we are. I hope you all enjoy that little graphic I got. I paid nothing for it. Okay, so yeah, there you go. There you go. And it's large. It's like it's not like Jinx is the tight arse. No, me and Jinx did a parcel swap when I first started the channel. Actually, everyone said they wanted to do it, and she was the only one that sent out. Share this tab instead. Let's shrink this down a sec, because this is going to drive me mad. Oh, okay. Okay. Are you guys ready? Prof, are you ready? Right. Let's have a little look. Consecutive prism terms. That's the one I want. What did she say? I got this up as I sent a heavy package. Thank you very much. No, it was. I'm joking, Jinx. Don't get jealous. Yeah, you're starting to act a bit like Aurora now. So consecutive prison terms for former lifeguard. I had half a fag. I don't know what happened to it. I must have smoked it. Former lifeguard for stalking and child sexual exploitation. Now, before we go any further, I'd like to show you something. It is Robin's. No. Here we go. Share this tab instead. Yeah, how about that? Yeah, look at that, guys. Robin Boudreaux throwing hits and fits at me about the Prof True Crime. Look at this. Because it never happens in Australia. And then it's something about the UK. I can't see it quite because it's small. But yeah, keeps calling my dad a nonce. And the only evidence they've got is a crackhead that lives in a shed that sent emails while I wasn't even online. It doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense. They can't even prove that it was me that sent them. Why? Because Valerie won't show them the full thread. Yeah, where she's practicing. Yeah, fucking idiot. And don't worry, I starred them. Anyway, the man is obsessed with child abuse, as you can see. Now, not only is he obsessed with child abuse, oh, sorry, I'll turn that off for you, Karen. My apology. Oh, sorry, it was Jill. My apologies. There you go. That's better. Okay, so he's obsessed with satanic child sex abuse. He calls everybody that disagrees with him on YouTube. Oh no, no, no! Heaven forbid! Heaven forbid! Heaven forbid! Yeah. Oh yeah. 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 That's karma for all the. Well, no, it's karma for calling everybody a chomo. Yeah. When your son, yeah, he's about to be fucking charged. Your son is about to be charged for being a chomo, and you're running around YouTube calling everybody a chomo. I totally get it. Sorry, Jill. Yeah. And what I want to highlight to you guys while we're watching this is why is the prof surrounded by a man who's actually in prison for stalking? He's in prison for drug abuse. Yeah. His probation, he failed. Um, he failed drug tests, and now he's in jail while he was on probation. He failed them. He broke his probation. He's in jail. Prof, why are you hanging around with these people, knowing what your son was up to? Not only what your son was up to, but now what he's up to. Huh? Huh? Hmm. Explain. Explain, Robin. And ladies and gentlemen, wait until you see what I've unearthed. It was sent to me by a follower. I will like to say that. That's the wrong one. Let me get this right. So here is the article that somebody just alluded to in the chat. Truth Sleuth, I believe the name was. Well, we got it. We got it, mate. We don't mess around. We're not Rick Snay's channel and go on opinions. We go on facts. Okay, so that says it's sharing. Let me just double check. Oh, well, you know what? I meant to send you this. Yeah, it's sharing. I don't know why I took it all the way down there. I went to send it you on Facebook, but I had another live scheduled. But if you want a copy, I can send it you on Facebook, wife Lilith. So, a Montrose man has been resentenced to a total of 8 years in prison on Monday after prosecutors said he had failed at every level to be managed within the community for stalking as a Class 5 felony and sexual exploitation of a child as a Class 4 felony. Although Deputy District Attorney Stacey Hayes cited a treatment provider's assessment on that Donovan Boudreaux is a psychopath, his co-worker and Alcoholics Anonymous sponsor strongly disagrees, saying he was striving to be better. Well, we beg to differ because not only did he reoffend, yeah, he also wrote a journal that had explicit stuff in it. Okay, so I read that bit. Boudreaux's stalking victim and father of his sexually exploitation victim said, although he hoped Boudreaux might find the help that he needs, the defendant conduct plunges his family into continuing nightmare. Yeah. So it just keeps on going, doesn't it, Prof? Yeah. My boy's a good boy. Shut your mouth. Yeah. We do this my way. Thank you. It's like a bad dream that never, that not even sleep helps. The man said. He said he hopes it is true that Boudreaux is a changed man, but I fear for the safety of the community. The man said, if prison is where Boudreaux can get the correct help, that is where he should be sent. The man added, Boudreaux was employed as a lifeguard at the Montrose Community Recreation Centre in 2023. Yeah, so it weren't that long ago when he was arrested on suspicion of stalking and harassment after a series of text messages to a man that openly fantasized about the man's son. Yeah. CJK, we'll go over it, don't worry. Who was on a swim team. The case affidavit says contact with the teen's father included references to Texas child murder and kidnapper, as well as an inappropriate comment about the teen and his swim clothing. Boudreaux then, listen to this, used his second job. Now, let's not forget, his first job, that's where he found his victim. Yeah, that's where he found his victim. His second job, where are we? His second job as a food delivery driver to stalk the youth at his family's home. At his family's home. If you don't know what's going on in your house, Robin, get it fixed. Disgrace of a man. Boudreaux was ultimately charged with stalking and with multiple counts of sexual exploitation. Each of the latter counts alleged that between March 13 and 2023, Boudreaux possessed sexually exploitative material, a video. He ultimately pleaded guilty to a single count of stalking, caused emotional distress, to one count of sexual exploitation of a child video, according to the records. So, court records state it, and he pleaded guilty to it. Boudreaux, originally sentenced to 6 years of probation with treatment and community corrections as conditions of a deferred judgment. Now, this is where Robin was hiding everything, wasn't you, Prof? Because he got a deferred judgment, that meant that he didn't have to register, he didn't have to go to prison, he went to a medical centre. But he was kicked out of that medical centre because he was writing sexually explicit stuff about minors in a journal. But no, my son's a good man. Don't you worry, Robin. I've got fucking two for you too, you cunt. But this year, staff at the Advantage Treatment Centre in Montrose discovered a journal of his that detailed disturbing fantasies about child prostitution, child sexual assault, and violent homicides. Who do we know that does that on YouTube? Robin. Okay. According to the November testimony of Boudreaux's revocation hearing, upon learning of the journal and reviewing what was sent to her of it, Boudreaux's treatment provider terminated him as unsuccessful, which in turn caused him to be bounced from community corrections and triggered the revocation hearing. At its district judge, Kerry Yoder found it was not appropriate to reinstate probation. Boudreaux was insisted set to be resentenced on the offences to which he had pleaded. Hayes on Monday pointed to the journal, saying it showed ongoing troubling behaviour after the original sentence that she argued meant it was entirely appropriate and lawful to sentence Boudreaux to two consecutive 6-year prison terms. Although courts may not resentence a person in a vindictive manner, the journal showed new and objective information that Boudreaux was failing. She said an assertion Virginia Lynn later pushed hard against calling the DA's proposed sentence illegal. Boudreaux was before the court again Monday because he failed at every level of supervision short of prison. Hayes said he was enrolled in sex offender specific treatment and under the management of specialized therapist, yet that therapist went so far as to label him a psychopath. The ADA said. She said the writings in Boudreaux's journal showed escalating deviance and danger to the community. The court is not precluded from imposing consecutive terms upon resentencing. Hayes said court can use objective information of post-sentencing conduct and considering a new sentence. That's exactly what we have here, she said. Boudreaux's writing shows violent sexual ideation and he is not manageable in the community. She also said asking for 6 years for each of the 2 counts for which Boudreaux faced resentencing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait till you guys see what I pull up in a minute. Robin's gonna fucking be pissed. Leon said, however, that the felony 5 charge is limited by law to 4 years, and at the time of her client's plea, there had not been a stipulation of any aggravating circumstances that could serve an increased sentence. Ladies and gentlemen, he was locked away. Yeah, he was basically locked away. He could leave for work. That was it. He had to return. It was almost like an open prison. Yeah. It was almost like an open prison. Thank God he didn't reoffend. But Jesus Christ, how bad is this? So increase the sentence. There had only been stipulation to 6 years of community corrections. I don't think 12 years is legal sentence, she said. Leon then drilled down on the journal, stating she had during Boudreaux's revocation hearing that it was primarily written prior to him being sentenced and being in treatment. Further point to treatment is to address these kinds of thought patterns and behaviours, she said. Contending Boudreaux was being punished for essentially engaging in treatment. No. He was talking about he was writing down, but this is what a defence attorney does. This is why they get paid. He was in a halfway house. Thank you, Dr. Remelu. Leon also examined cases in the 7th Judicial District for similar conduct and what sentences were imposed. In several offenders who were much older than Boudreaux, with far greater criminal histories, received either probation or at most 3 years in prison. Yeah. Leon also disagreed with the assertion that Boudreaux had failed at every level. November testimony from his caseworker at the ATC was that he had been compliant with all requirements, highly motivated in therapy, and had secured a job that enabled him to pay for program costs. Boudreaux is also profoundly aware of how he affected his victim, she said. When he first read the victim impact statement, he told her he finally realised how harmful his conduct was, but then went and wrote a fucking book, basically. Then he went and wrote a fucking book. He broke down and told her he wanted to make sure he never made another person feel how his victim felt. That is not what a psychopath would do. Leon indicated also saying that the current diagnostic and statistical manual of mental disorders does not consider psychopath a diagnostic category. because assessing its trait is too subjective. Further, the assessment of Boudreaux's treatment provided did not match. Jinx, Harry's listen, look at this comment. Yeah, look at this comment. Harry's keeping that journal secret and hidden, complying with all rules and regulations. Now, let me just highlight to you, he didn't just, and you can go and check the last live already now. He didn't just keep it hidden. When they took it from him, he snatched it back and he started showing aggression. So it wasn't just that he kept it a secret. He showed aggression. Okay. That is not what a psychopath. Okay. Furthermore, the assessment treatment provider did not match that evaluation, which was conducted. His psychosexual evaluation, Leon said. Nor does his journal prove that he cannot be managed, and except for in the Department of Corrections, she said. A co-worker of Boudreaux said the prosecutor's narrative was inaccurate. Oh, a co-worker. So basically, the co-worker come forward who didn't know fuck all. Yeah. The man said instead, Boudreaux was handed challenges instead of opportunities and help. The man opined that Boudreaux's treatment set him up for failure. Well, he was put in treatment because he's a sex offender. He was given a journal, yeah, to write down things, yeah. And what they found in that journal was so bad that the staff asked him to leave. After trying to retrieve it, he wouldn't give it to them. Eventually, they got it back. It doesn't say how, but let me tell you something. I think this guy doesn't know the full story. Donovan is not dangerous. He's rebuilding himself. Donovan is not someone to discard. Donovan is worth investing in. Oh, Boudreaux's AA sponsor also spoke. Boudreaux had finally attended all meetings and shown significant growth. Unlike many, he's seeking a better life. He's got a room at my house if he needs it, the sponsor concluded. Now, if that sponsor has children, I would love to know who they are because they've just announced that they are willing to put their children with a sex offender. Yeah. That's what they've just said. Because let's not forget his crimes were, and these are just the crimes they charged him with. He was stalking a child. I'll get his charges up in a minute, don't worry. He was stalking a child. Susie, yes, he was. He was still writing it. But yeah, so his sponsor says he wants to have him in the house around his children. Yeah. Prof, you have a young child. Doesn't this boy put him at risk? He likes young boys. He stated it. So his first crime was stalking. While he was a lifeguard, he took a liking to a young boy in his swimming attire, and he sexually exploited that child through a video, yeah, that was classed as CSAM, yeah. He then stalked and harassed the family with his second job, ordering pizzas to the house so he could see the young boy. All this evidence was found in his home. He had there was a second device that had set up an account to order the pizza. But no, he's rehabilitated. He's doing great. No, he was basically writing fantasy novels about child prostitution and sexual abuse of a child. And The prof was on here making Delphi videos. Yeah, Darkside, don't forget, not only was he making Delphi videos, he was calling people a chomo. Now, I have an ace up my sleeve. Ladies and gentlemen, after I've finished reading this, I'm going to introduce you to a member of the prof's family. Get triggered, Robin. Get triggered. Boudreaux's AA sponsor also spoke. Boudreaux had faithfully attended all meetings and showed significant growth. Yeah, this is in alcohol. Yeah, that's one thing in alcohol. Yeah, alcoholics aren't necessarily paedophiles. In fact, most aren't. He's got a room at my. Okay, forget that. Has said Boudreaux had hidden the journal from his treatment providers, and even though he started it in jail prior to his first time he was sentenced, he took it along with him to Comer. I'm not sure what that's supposed to say. I'm guessing it's a spelling mistake, but without disclosing it, he also kept writing in it. She said Boudreaux failed by getting kicked out of his treatment. I'll check that in a minute. Where was I? Getting kicked out of his treatment program, and that leaves prison for him. We too, as people of the state of Colorado, don't want Mr. Boudreaux to hurt anyone again. We don't want Mr. Boudreaux to hurt anyone again. Imagine what he's like drunk. I'd rather not. I'd rather not. Hey, he said the original plea was for a deferred judgment on a felony 5 stalking charge and 6 years of probation, concurrent with 6 years of community corrections for felony 4 child sexual exploitation, with a stipulation that the conduct was aggravated. The court, she reiterated, has discretion to impose any sentence allowed by law, and 6 years in prison for each count, totaling to 12 years, is indeed lawful. Mr. Boudreaux's choices and his behaviour has not indicative of someone who wants to improve himself or change, she said. Senior Judge Stephen Patrick considered the gravity of the offences, the likelihood of success at alternative sentences, and consistency with sentences handed down in comparable cases. However, he said sentencing is also about prior punishment, community safety, although he did not think the sentence should fall within the aggravated range. Patrick imposed 4 years of prison for each count to run consecutively for a total of 8 years. Boudreaux received credit for 1,093 days served. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, I rest my case on the paedophile. Now, let me get up his charges. I'm not going to go through them. I am going to highlight that he is a sex offender. So Robin can't keep saying, oh, but he's not. Because remember, when I brought those documents, he called me a liar. Yeah, I remember. Now, this is tiny print. Let me... I've got screens everywhere. Let's get rid of that one. Don't need that one anymore. let's check that you've got the right one on the screen. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So this also can be sent. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Can be sent to anybody who wishes to have it. This is Donovan's charges. Now, let me highlight to you just how many charges there are. Now, somebody, thankfully, has gone through it and has highlighted. Why is it doing this? The important bits for me. Let me get this. So I'll get it to where I want it on the screen, and then there we go. Okay. So here is ladies and gentlemen, under all the charging details, where the court's going to be, and blah blah blah, starts count one. If you can see my mouse on the screen, I don't know if you can, but it's here. In about roughly the center is the details of the charge, and to the left is the count one. Highlighted here. Sentence date 12th of the 8th, 2025. Sentence by court. And then it goes on all about the funds and all that. But I think one of them here. No. Trials against children, though. Look, see. I'll get it up for you, Robin. You get confused, don't you, mate? Anyway, we're moving on to the next. These are all charges, by the way. So we're on page. That's page one. The charges start. Okay. Let me find. He does actually, Shane, but it's a music degree. It's like one of the most useless things ever. I don't think half the musicians in the world fucking have a music degree. I just don't see it happening. But anyway, so charges start on page one. Now, I wish you could see my screen. You probably can, I don't know. But look at all these charges. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Boom. I believe this is where they stop. No. But there's something highlighted here. Oh, that's just the resentence thing. Okay. We come off that. Boom. It makes sense what you've just said, Tippy. There's a part anyway. I'll try and find it. And he says he's registered. He's a registered. Is it this one? There you go. Donovan Boudreaux's son is a sex offender by statute, a sex offender registered. So remember when he said that I was a liar? No, you fucking liar. Yeah. And his only defense to all this is that me and my dad are paedophiles because Valerie, the crackhead, yeah, Cotton Candy, she wrote emails to herself when she had control of my emails because we used to manage each other's channels. I disappeared off the internet. I had a fucking enough because my phone would go from posts off her. Yeah. Yeah. So show evidence that I am. I know that a few of it Prof's followers kept spamming my stuff saying, go to the local police station and prove you're not. I didn't bring the allegation. They did. show proof. They can't do that because there is no proof, because I'm not a fucking chomo. Robin, though, shows all the signs. Now, here's what gets interesting. Robin is very, very active on social media. Robin acts just like his son. I don't know what that's about, but okay. Let's have a look at Robin's online behaviour. Let's have a look. Just a couple of his posts to show you how he acts. Bearing in mind, this man is 5 foot dead. He's not 5'2", 5'3", 5'4". He's not even 5'1". He's 5 foot dead. Share screen. Discord. You'll notice they call me drama and blah, blah, blah. I very rarely go live on the drama. When I do, I come fucking guns blazing. Now, Rick Snay and April are going to be upset about this because this is their friend. Yeah, this is their friend. Yeah, this is their friend. Let's have a look at Robin's posts. Because it never happens in Australia, Virgin. You know the UK has a huge problem as well, by the way. Wink. Wink. Now, Robin, I've produced proof. Time for you. Time for you. I've done it time and time again. But I'm always the liar, according to you. I'm the liar. The man who has a son literally just been sentenced as a sex offender. Yeah? Absolute fucking moron. Absolute fucking moron. Now, let's knock this off because I've got some posts to show you. Wait until you meet Robin's relative. Now look at this. Robin, which I've done this the wrong way around. But anyway, we'll work it out. Robin has a problem with me talking about his paedophile son, what's in the news and things like that. He has a problem with me doing it on my channel. But he wants to do it on his channel. This is something to do with Greeno and someone that worked at the comic. It's nothing to do with me. I don't care for it. Whatever. Do you know what I mean? Let Greeno deal with it. When you get further information, report on it if you want to. I'm reporting on your son. I'm showing the world who you fucking are. Yeah? You fucking idiot. Let's keep going, ladies and gentlemen, because it gets better. Now, listen to this. Listen. Let me get this. Let me get this so everybody can see it. Okay. Let me knock this off. Get it back up. This is a direct threat to me, I believe. I believe it's a direct threat to me. I find it very interesting that you motherfuckers cannot keep my and my family's names out of your mouth. Oh, disgusting mouths. When I'm telling you that I am going to go on a lifetime campaign to destroy each and every one of you motherfuckers and expose you for what you are, I'm not joking. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm shook. I am, ladies and gentlemen, let me just show you my hand. I am fucking shook. Let me show you, because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm shook. I'm shook. Look. I'm shook. Okay, my camera's glitching a bit. But anyway, wait until you meet Robin's relatives. Wait until you meet Oh, and there's one that isn't on this live because we're verifying that they share the same spunk that was swiveled around some bloke's mouth at one point. And every one of you motherfuckers, and expose you for what you are. I'm not joking. Well, we never thought you was joking. You're never pretty funny. You should have left well enough alone and learned to let me be. Yeah, we should have let Robin sit on his panel calling us all chomos while his son, the convicted chomo, is getting resentenced. Resentenced. But you want to get crazy? Okay, let's get crazy. It's all fun and games until daddy's had enough. Did 5 foot just call himself daddy? Jesus Christ. 5 foot just called himself daddy? Somebody check on Jinx in the chat. Make sure she's still there. Because Prof likes young boys. Prof likes young boys. I've said it. Oh, we've seen this one. Oh. Oh, that's the same one. Okay. My brother there in the corner. Yeah. With his kids. Yeah. Yeah. You don't scare me, Robin. Look at this. He sent me this. He sent me this. This is evidence. He sent it me. You know how they said that I wrote those emails to Valerie? Well, he wrote this. That's his handwriting. Look, look. Don't expose my chomo son Donovan or my chomo brother. Dan. Oh, did we find something? I raised $2,000 off the gullible and the vulnerable. I'll give it you. All of it. Robin, kiss, 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 kiss. Now, we did a little running around to verify who Dan was. Dan is Robin's brother. This is Robin's dad, Henry D. Burrell and Alice Boudreaux Morrill. My grandparents' home, built in 1951. My mum, Doris, fuck you hell, just keeps getting better. Robin, Doris, Jesus Christ, Warren, fucking hell. Anyway, and I were raised with my 4 brothers, Emily Louise II, John Clay, Troy, Catherine Boudreaux, myself, and our 5 boys, Robin Jr., Daniel, Warren, Jeremy, and James Broussard. Sold it to James Broussard in 2013 when we moved to 515 Adams, which used to be grandmother's brother's Ernest Boudreaux's home, built in 1903. Now, why are we interested in Daniel? Why are we interested in Daniel? Well, let me just drop this in my Discord. Robin said his son wasn't a sex offender, and when we pointed out that his brother was a sex offender, then he started hiding behind his brother that most likely OD'd. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, what do I have here? I'll tell you what I've got here. I have Robin's brother. Open and edit. We verified it's him. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Robin's brother. Let it load. Well, that's loaded. Maths was never my strong point. For who died? Yeah, yeah. It wasn't weed either. No, it's not him. Because it wasn't weed. That's what his dad, because his dad reported him for drugs, not for weed, for drugs, hard drugs, in fact. Yeah. What does that say at the top? Florida Department of Law Enforcement, sexual offender / predator. Designation, sex offender. Name, Daniel George Boudreaux. Oh, Darkside's having a closer look. Robin has said he's going to make my life hell. I do true crime, mate. I'm busy. I ain't got time for your games. But I thought this was important. Your followers sent me this, by the way. Your followers. He looks like Prof. It looks like Prof with no hair. See, Prof cuts his hair. He's bald. A lot of boys. Yes, a lot of boys. I did just read them out. Really, CJK? Really? Really? Yeah. 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 Robin, nobody come up. Jinx, you can come up if you want. You're a victim of his. But Robin, come and prove everybody wrong. Bring your little dicky. Come on my panel and prove us wrong. Yeah? Prove us wrong. Call me a lawyer. Hmm? They are, Shane. But Shane, you see the difference? You admitted your brother is bad. Yeah. So there you go. Robin says that these are victims of the law. These are victims. No, no, no. The fucking children are victims. This wife is Robin's brother. Registered sex offender. I guess it's his brother wife. Oh, I get you now. Sorry. I thought you were saying like his brother wife was in, yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, what a little bombshell that is. Robin Boudreaux, you dirty little fucking minx. Now, this is the brother he's close with. This is the brother he's always defending. Whenever you bring this brother up, we didn't know a name until today. Whenever he brings this brother up, he jumps straight down to, oh, no, 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 no. He's dead. Oh, I love my brother. He was killed by police brutality. No, 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 no. Read the autopsy. I had it on the channel. We read it. We read out the liable suit. Yeah. Nobody was found liable but himself. Sorry for the loss of your brother. Here's your other brother. Yeah. So, Robin, about making my life hell, about ruining my life, keep showing these fucking emails that I'm not even bothered about because I know I didn't write them. Yeah. And using that as evidence against. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, I emailed Valerie saying, I don't want my father to be content because he's a paedophile, blah, blah, blah. And you would have made it content. And then I listed all the things that he apparently did and said, there's your content. What sort of a brain dead idiot would do that? It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter, because Crackhead in the Shed is now dwindling on her last hopes. He needs a bad guy in life so she can do narcissistic shit, act like a bitch, and say, it's because of him. He makes me do it. He this, he that, he this. She lived with a man called Andrew. I heard her on the heard him on the phone. She used to threaten, because he used to say, you've got to go, you've got to leave. She used to threaten to take her own life. I'll do this, I'll do that. And then she'd be sitting there goading. They probably have to, because it's a register, they probably have to give new images all the time, Bojangles. But yeah, everybody's always a victim. And you got Rick Snay running around echoing the same crap. I've got emails off Rick Snay talking about masturbation in about 1 in every 3 emails. And trust me, I've got thousands of emails. He's always talking about masturbation. The guy's a fucking weirdo. Yeah? Come on, panel, Jinx and Robin. Let's have you saved. Robin won't know. Robin's sitting there now, putting his finger up his arsehole, trying to stop the tears. That's what he's doing. His finger's so far up there, he's trying to stop the tears. And YouTube are allowing this man to act the way he does when he has a brother like this and a son like the what we've just read out. Come up, Jinx, if you want to come up. He ain't going to turn up anyway. He's 5 foot nothing. He ain't going to go nowhere. He's twitching at his curtains now, waiting for the police to turn up. Yeah, they're saying bad things about my brother online. He called him a paedophile. Is he a paedophile? Yeah. Well, then there's nothing we can do. Corruption. Corruption. Fucking idiots. His followers said that I was a liar. His followers said everything I said about his son was a lie. I put the document up. My iPhone would explode. He's like a bird. Yeah. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, what say you? Well, at least he's not very tall, so it isn't a long reach for his. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, what say you? Where are you, Robin? Where are your little trolls tonight? Where are they? Where is everyone in your family associated? And I'm not done yet. We're actually verifying another person. Jinx entered the studio. Jinx entered the. Yes. Oh, she's gone. She got shook. She got shook. So we'll just give her a minute to come back up. Oh, here she is. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I'll play with my new wallet while I wait.
I don't know what I
clicked. There you are.
I clicked something. I'm so sorry. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
So what about the revelations?
I mean, that's what I've been saying for a long time. Like, that's what, Ruckus had that Discord, and that's what the whole thing was like, we were trying to get everybody to understand that there was 2 different brothers, and Prof was trying to spin the story like it was the same brother. And the one that has passed away, he made the whole album or whatever, his brother Jeremy too, and he shared that himself. And again, he had now even Jeremy had a weird relationship because he was 20 and his girlfriend was in high school, whatever. Prof has also talked about that, or Robin, whatever. But this is his other brother. And we tried to tell everybody back then. that it wasn't the same brother, it was his other brother that was a convicted sex offender. And
Are
there it
you, are
is.
you talking quietly because your husband's in bed?
Oh, well, kind of. I didn't realize. Hang on. Got my new headset and maybe I need to adjust it. Is that better?
No, I've put your mic up full. No,
Oh,
wait, I've
okay.
put my mic up full. No, hang on.
Don't break anybody's
Go.
eardrums. I haven't been feeling. I kind of. It's been so cold
There we
and
go.
rainy. I think I'm a little nasally. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. Mr. Jinx is speaking. Shh. Yeah.
He does get up early though. He's getting ready to head that way.
Yeah. Well, how about this? Robin attacking you mainly, and people like Rescue who've done nothing. You didn't
Yeah.
cook meth.
No.
You're not chomos. So what's with
No.
all this troll farm
And,
crap?
and and here's the thing, like the only reason that anybody knows about like I that I use meth is because Prof put our personal private messages out there where I told him the truth about that story. I was very open and honest about it. And then he put it out to try and I don't know, spin it in some other direction. Like I'm still currently, bro, that was literally fucking 20 years ago. So all you're
Yeah.
doing is taking my domestic violence story and throwing it back up into my face for what purpose? Like,
To
I'm not
re-victimize
gonna.
you.
I mean, obviously, but you know what? I'm very strong in my sobriety, and you can get fucked.
Well, I can confirm I've only seen Jinx smoke meth 7 times. I'm joking. I'm joking. I've never seen her smoke meth.
No, that's not my jam, yo.
Hang on. Hang on. Oh, it's on the screen. Okay, so loads of people are messaging me, so that's
But them energy drinks. Oh, you ain't
let me just
lying. I
read what's
love
just
me
been
some
sent
Mango
to me.
Loco.
This is what's just been sent to me. Daniel has been in prison in Florida 3 times. His doc has a hashtag number, has a B in front of it. The first time you go to prison, you get assigned a number. If you get out and come back, you get the same number with an A. And then next you get a B, then C, and so on.
Oh,
But the person who sent me that isn't in law enforcement and never was. So there is that. Now, that was sent to me by someone, I won't say who. But yeah. Yeah. Robin is constantly trying to re-victimize women online. He stalks and harasses them. Have you noticed he never comes at me? He thinks like he got all big and bad when him and fucking Snake did that live on me, and he got all brave all of a sudden because they thought they had me for being a white beater. And they pulled up this article and everything, and it was fucking some 40-odd-year-old bloke, and his legal name is Frank, not Francis. So the article, if it was me, would have said Francis, but somebody pointed out to me, I didn't even know about this anyway, but somebody sent it to me and said, "That's not you." And I said, "Yeah, I know." And I was like, "Oh." And then I actually got the article up and the mugshot's been removed for whatever reason. But there you go. I don't live in Birmingham either, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many times I have to stress to you. I don't live in fucking Birmingham. Yeah. And
I
then
know.
he moved on to, oh, here's a little tidbit for you. Valerie, the crackhead in the shed, even messaged me apologising. I'm sorry that them putting that up. I know it's not you. I didn't send them. Because she knows I don't fuck around. Did Ozzy live in Birmingham? Yes, Ozzy lived in Birmingham.
Lord have mercy.
I don't live far from Birmingham. It's literally 2 train stops on the train. Do you know what I mean? 5 minutes on the train. I don't live far, but I don't live in the city. I live in what was classed as the country 50 years ago, but now we've overbuilt on it. So, but yeah, They put all this misinformation out about me. They didn't go and correct it. I showed documentation and things like that, court documents, everything like that on Snay and Prof. And they sit there and say it's all bullshit. Yeah? Ain't that fucking funny? Don't you think that's funny, Jinx?
You know what
I've
else I
got
think
fucking
is
body
funny?
cam.
Yep,
Huh?
go ahead. Go. You got body cam.
I've
What
got
now?
body cam of Snay's arrest highlighting his lies. He then threatened a member of my panel saying that he was going to dox him. Yeah, it's a banana. Yeah, he said he was going to dox him. He got the wrong fucking person, for starters. And second of all, why would you dox someone for going on a panel? They were pretty neutral. Yeah, they laughed at things I said, but they were pretty fucking neutral. And then he runs around telling everyone how he's still in contact with his wife, does a live stream with his wife, and then emailing me back and forth saying how he, him and his wife, they're getting on fine. And it turns out, no, they're not. And he's slagging her off on Facebook. I wish I had the screenshots because I would make you laugh, ladies and gentlemen, the way he talks about her. That woman paid his rent right
I
until the
wouldn't.
divorce was signed. She paid his car payments right up until the divorce was signed, yet he slags her off. Oh, she lets me go hungry because members of my family and her family say that she should leave me alone. Well, Snay, maybe if members of her family and your family are saying that, maybe you should look at yourself. You put that shit on the internet. I didn't. Motherfucker.
I mean, yeah, that was bad. I really feel for her.
Yeah, Laura was not. He's no, should we say? She clearly befriended him again to get him to sign the agreement. She willingly gave. Snay says he's entitled to it, but she willingly gave half of her pension to him. Snay talks about how he had a great job, high paid when they got together. Why couldn't you find a great high paid job again? And why doesn't your LinkedIn have this great job? Yeah. And why are people, ladies and gentlemen, Rick Snay put up a picture of himself trying to convince everyone he's okay, he's not on drugs. What about the dating? What about the dating profile where he cropped her out of the picture? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, he's on the fucking dating website with his wife sat next to him in the picture. He just cropped it out. And that profile was set up before his divorce. Laura's a sweet human being. Anyone who meets her loves her. When he introduced her to Prof, I thought she could slap both of them. Then he called her Miss Laura. Yeah, that whole live was very, very disturbing. But I believe that live pretty much got the divorce over the line. Now he thought he could keep talking bullshit online and get away with it. But the sad thing is, I check everything. I verify everything before I run my mouth on the internet. Because I'm not Rick Snay. It's Ron Logan. I'm still pissed off that he did that to her. What kind of a man would do that? Yeah, what kind of a man turns around and brags on the internet about getting the money and how much he's going to have and blah, 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 calling me a liar because I said, because we sat here with the document and we worked out how much he'd have, and it was around about 8 grand. And that's not including the back pay on rent that he owed. That's not including car payments that he had to pay Laura. That's not including other things. And he's all over the internet. He was telling truth and transparency. I'll come down there. We'll have a session. But now, just a few weeks after he got that settlement, he's begging his followers for fucking money. He's sitting there. Oh, I'm not begging. and then goes to the comments, this is my Cash App.
I mean, yeah, you ain't wrong.
You motherfuckers keep telling me you're going to take me down, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And you got April over there saying, oh, this is the guy that families are being introduced to. We need to stop this guy from being around families. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, every family that I speak to know about this channel. They know about it. Do you know why?
Yeah, you're pretty. I'm not gonna. You'll tell me stuff sometimes, and I'm just like, wow, that was pretty fucking blunt of you. Like, kind of.
Yeah.
So I mean,
listen. Valerie is always going to be on the internet playing victim to someone else. You can go and play victim to some fucker else now because I ain't playing it, and she should have clocked on by now. Her bullshit doesn't wash. They've got a fake profile, yeah, of my mom, yeah, and they're going around commenting on people's stuff, trying to dox her, but they've got the wrong fucking building. They've got the wrong fucking building. If Google Maps cannot get to the building physically, which they can't because this is on the back of a building, because in the UK, anybody in the UK can verify this, tower blocks normally come in twos. They're like twins. They're either over the road from each other or they're back to back. That's how it works. Like my property, when Charles tried to dox me, and he was pointing at some house saying, oh, look at it. And I went out and I showed you, there's the house, and there's mine, you fucking idiot. And you got HCC running around, the ringleader, boxing everyone, attacking everyone, and then he goes on the panels and goes, oh, it's so disgusting. Oh, let me smoke some meth and be bummed. Oh, let me smoke some meth and be bummed. Listen, HCC, you failed. You became a creator. You said that you're a true crime creator. So why have you only ever covered Delphi? Because if you covered any other case, you'd have to do research. You'd have to talk to people involved in the case. Delphi was the bread and butter for a lot of creators that don't do the research. They just literally get news articles, read them, put their own spin on it, and then come. They watch court TV, and then they go and they then debunk court TV. Now, bearing in mind, these are fucking idiots with computers that are sitting in the same position that I am, that are debating with experts. They don't have the experts on the panels. No. They literally sit there and argue with an inanimate object. It was so and so because it's all lies. Show us proof that it's all fucking lies. Show us the corruption. You idiots have got away with murder. That's why Rick Snake is taking his channel down slowly, because he can't fucking deep dive a case. He couldn't sit down with a family member of a murdered child or a missing child or a missing adult. He couldn't do it. I'll tell you why. Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's more to it than what happens on the channel. We don't just sit here on the channel giving you information. We also look for things that help them families. I sat with a family for 3 hours after my live stream the other day. It was nearly 3 o'clock in the morning when I got into bed. Because that family member needed that support. She also needed conversation. She needed to be with someone that was listening to her, that was helping her with things. She didn't know what she was doing. She's plummeted. Same with all these families. The Paddies, they're the same. He did plead guilty. He has pleaded guilty. If I was Snake, I would plead guilty to his dope charges. It looks like he's down and out. This may be a good time for him to get some free housing, meals provided by gated housing. Yeah. even if it is through probation and not gated housing. Get the support that's on your fucking lap because you look like a fucking crackhead. You're standing there next to fucking some guy dressed up as an elf, and you look like you've lost about £100. You're sitting there. He calls me fat. Yeah, because when we started our little mouth war, you was fat. You had fucking bum cheeks on each fucking cheek on your face. You literally, your face would wobble when you was talking. It's hilarious. And you haven't even congratulated me on the weight that I've lost. You just keep going around saying how fat I am. I don't give a fuck. I know once I've had my operation, I'll flash a six-pack to you.
Oh.
I'm built differently, Snay. That's the difference. Imagine going live. Well, it was a short actually. Showing your belly, making a complete and utter fucking arsehole of yourself, and saying, "Come on, then let's do a belly contest."
Wait a minute. But listen. You're 25 years younger than him. He is a 60-year-old man, and you're a 35-year-old man.
This is what I'm saying. You think I'm going to put a fucking
and
belly
he lifted his shirt showing off his belly? Lord have mercy, just stop it. Like, boom. It's like one of those boomer moments. Just no, boomer. Like, stop it. You are beyond the age of doing bullshit like that. It's not okay. It's really gross.
Laura felt looking at that. You know what I mean?
Embarrassed, mortified. I would be in secondhand embarrassment already.
Yeah, he's failed. His marriage failed because of shit like that. That's why his marriage failed, because he'd run up on the internet. He'd come on the internet and he'd fucking flash his fucking gut. What's that all about? If you guys like the factual information, the document brought to you today, and things like that, you can support the channel this way. Or you could buy a True Crime membership over on the True Crime channel. Watch that content. See that we interview families. That we don't just interview families. When we have them on, we discuss the sort of things that we're looking at to support them. Because we don't just have them on for an interview and for content. We have them on so they can talk about the things that they need from the community. So they can talk about the struggles that every family in this situation is going through. So when Prof writes all this shit about Becky Patty and the Patty family, just remember that. Just remember, he's re-victimising the grandmother who raised that child that was brutally murdered by a man as tall as the Prof. In fact, no, he's taller than Prof.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember that. And anyway, I want to highlight this. Valerie, you said I gave you Aurora's details on your 3-hour Scream Fest where you went, Aurora loves me. He's in love with me, Aurora. He loves me. Yeah. What the fuck was that about? Exposing me. You made a fool of yourself. I felt sorry for you. I genuinely did. But anyway, you said I gave you Aurora's details. I didn't even fucking know anything about Aurora's private life. I do now. Message me, I'll send them you. I'm joking, Aurora. So, come on.
No,
show everybody. It's funny, isn't it? Isn't it funny how they never show anything? They never show anything. No proof of nothing. They just make an accusation and run with it like fucking children. I show proof and I'm the bad guy. How about we pull Valerie's record up where it says that she solicited a child for drugs? Solicited a child for drugs. Go and Google that. Have a look on the website of what that means in Kentucky. It means pretty much the same in all of America. But have a look specifically what it means in her state. Listen to her cry like I used to about how she had to do all her time. They didn't give her no early release. She worked her ass off to get early release, and they told her, crimes against children, you don't get early release. And then she used to give me all this bullshit. She used to tell me all this bullshit about what her charges were and that. And she even did it on a panel. But you know what she didn't do? She didn't pull her records up. She cried her eyes out about how she was a victim and blah 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 blah. But she didn't pull her records up. She didn't show why she went to prison. Do you know why? Because she can manipulate the situation. You don't see her coming in my chat because she sat there in the shed going, fucking prick, fucking Aurora.
I can't handle that when you say that.
Aurora will tell you the bullshit I went through with that woman. Aurora will tell you. She was fucking tagging me every fucking 5 minutes in all these posts, blah, blah, blah. Just like what Peggy's doing now. Yeah, because Peggy doesn't have content. What she actually does is she uses other people's. And what she's doing now is she's posting everything that Valerie was posting back then, minus the emails. Valerie posted them while I was off the internet. I knew nothing about them. I couldn't defend myself. Blah, 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 blah. A few people highlighted them to me, and I just said, I don't want to hear about it. And then I get showed them through Valerie's Screamfest. And I'm like, hold the fuck up. I've never seen these before. And I'm looking, and I see the dates. And I'm like, I didn't even have that email address on this phone then. I put that email address back on my devices and started using it again when I put this I'll Be Frank channel up. When I was following Delphi, I didn't use I'll Be Frank. I used Gibbo After Dark. Work that one out. Work that one out. It was hidden from YouTube, the channel, and I took it down. Hold on.
Ah, you took it down. There. Yeah.
So come at me, Snay, Peggy, Prof. We're Troll Farm and we're proud. You, the Chomo Farm. Yeah. Peggy with her boyfriend who lives in Texas, who literally is now saying that, oh yeah, that they were putting them behind the paywall, and then backtracked and argued with Peggy on panel, saying no, he didn't put them behind a paywall, he gave them out for free. But Mark, I've seen messages where you, my friend, are asking for an iPhone. Hold on.
Ballet.
Yeah. And Mark's going around now threatening to dox every motherfucker, thinking he's a bad man. Mark ain't nothing. Mark Cohen literally ignored Fortston. He didn't talk to Fortston. They weren't friends. He used him, got what he wanted, and cut contact. And then he cried and he used Fortston's tragedy for his own gain. The person sitting on the panel next to me will tell you all about that when she's ready. But Mark, sit the fuck down. You're making a fucking show of yourself. You ain't going to come shit with me. I'll come with documents. I'll come with fucking facts. You come with your fucking ass smelling of your hands smelling of your ass. That's you, Mark. Oh, Ruckus, he come to my daughter, yeah. He come to my daughter's thing because you fucking asked him to. You fucking asked him to come. Do you know what's he gonna do? He turned up and he didn't spend time with your daughter and thingy that. He went to a bar with you and he got to know you. Do you know what his conclusion was? Yeah, he's full of shit. Yeah, he's full of shit. Mark had a GoFundMe up, ladies and gentlemen. Mark had a GoFundMe up for the Make-A-Wish. Anybody with a brain cell will know Make-A-Wish fund absolutely everything. They even give you spending money. They pay for everything. Your meals are paid for. Everything's paid for. They even give you spending money. So why did Mark have a GoFundMe up? Google it. It's not even direct family. Yeah? It's other family members as well. You can bring your aunties. You can bring stepdad. You can bring Uncle Twice Removed.
Mm.
You know why? Because they do it for the daughter, for the child, sorry. And Mark had a GoFundMe up. Mark says, "Oh, I was never conning anyone." Listen, mate, it don't wash. Peggy was sitting in my Discord crying about how you fucking her love rival Faye. She had a love rival Faye. Always fucking Faye this, Faye that. At one stage, Mark, she threw your ass to the curb and she stated she knew you was full of shit. Everybody knows you're full of shit. Show your hand, Mark. Show everybody what you've apparently got. Because I guarantee it's just little screenshots of things that look like they can open and things like that. Because you verified to some people that they can open. Show the rest of the fucking world. We're waiting. TikTok. Yeah. And you did run around. The guy that you tried to throw under the bus the other week that's no longer around, I don't know his name. He had a Discord, Dunlop.
Mm-hmm.
You tried to bribe him for money for the crime scene photos. He didn't give you anything. You then went to Ruckus and said, "Where's my iPhone?" Ruckus says, "What are you on about?" Oh, well. Why don't you, Mark? Why don't you show the messages where you're giving the photos, where Ruckus says, no, I don't want them, and you send them anyway? Because you was trying to blackmail people into giving you money. So don't sit there. He's so full of shit. I was never running a scam. Mate, you did a fucking GoFundMe for a Make-A-Wish. Who the fuck does that? You stupid idiot.
Well, and there's more than just that, but I'll leave it that alone for right now. There's more.
We know there's more than that. He was also dropping his cash app everywhere for something else that Sloothy Goosey and all them lot, they exposed. They exposed that. Mark wanted me to go in on them, and I was like, yeah. And then there was no conversation going on because Mark was never going to come on my panel. The man can't fucking sit straight, let alone fucking talk straight. Thought he was going to come on my panel. He was going to feed me information. No, Mark, I want all the information or nothing. What did he do? He went silent. When he went silent, then, because he was getting his ass chewed by Jinx on Peggy's panel, he then turned around and said, "Well, me and Gibbo are going to expose this and we're going to expose that." No. He then sent me messages through Peggy, and Peggy's like, "Please read them." I read them. The man's running his mouth to me. I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? And she's like, "Just hear him out." I was like, "Hear him out? He's running his mouth." And she's like, "Yeah, okay. Even she knew to fuck off. Now, hit the like, share, and subscribe. Let's show Robin that we ain't scared. Let's show Snay it's time for a hostel, mate. And let's show Peggy start using actual facts rather than fucking bullshit. Use your own, get your own content. Jesus Christ. When you was hanging around with me, you was using all my sayings on HCC's posts. So you'd take HCC's post and you'd put my saying on it. You fucking idiot. And then now she goes running around posting what anyone and everyone will give them. If someone took a picture of an ant and said, "That's outside Gibbo's house," she'd post it and be like, look, that ant has been sexually abused by Gibbo. Go fuck yourself. What are you talking about? The only thing that you did to me was show me what scumbags were following my channel. Cindy Lynn, I had on high regard, but all she cared about was fucking drama. How do I know? She sat in your fucking channel. He blocked me. I was a member. No, she's still not blocked on my channel. She's still not blocked.
I know. I checked that list.
Not blocked. That was just an easy excuse. She was fucking commenting everywhere after I told her, "Okay, we're done." She was still commenting everywhere on my fucking post. I just wasn't acknowledging them anymore.
I know,
She then went back.
and it's so funny. I've never doxed Peggy in any way, but everybody knows she posted a picture of my front door, my house. By the way, that's an old picture off of Zillow or whatever, but that's fine. But yeah,
It's funny
you
you say
doxed
that
my
because have
home.
you noticed? Have you noticed the posts now aimed at Bossy, and she's trying to get Bossy on
Yeah,
side? Now
yeah.
I don't
Like
talk
what?
to Bossy April, but I'll tell you this: I know for a fact she ain't never going to side with you again because she already
Mm,
seen your bullshit, seen right
mm.
through it. Listen, April's bullshit so clear you could literally open her arsehole and it'd be a straight big fucking gaping hole to a gob. She sat there and she cried on panel about, ladies and gentlemen, how I contacted her work. Yeah, I contacted her work because she was running around harassing family members. She was running around harassing family members. What an idiot.
And
She's only
here's
see.
Bossy is a really good lady. Bossy and I are friends. We're like each other's annoying sisters. Like we get mad at each other very often, but we talk all the time, like off and on. So I don't know what what Peggy was thinking with that. I'm sorry, I don't girl. You got to stop.
She thinks she claimed victory as well on the family member that she contacted because I was actually going to have him on. Well, reach out to him and have him on. I still talk to that family member. Yeah, I have
I
no
cannot
need to have him
believe.
on. If he said, "Hey, can I come on?" Of course. But right this second, he doesn't want to. There's no need for it.
Yeah, I can't believe
He
she
probably
called
laughs harder at
Drew.
you than I do.
Drew is such a nice man. Like I've met him. Like I can't believe that she called him over fucking her petty online drama.
No, like a family member's gonna jump on the panel. Like, oh, I can't believe this. I just can't believe it. And keeps posting posts on YouTube, thinking she's relevant. Peggy, you got yourself stuck in the Delphi. Not now. You ain't getting out of it. That's it. You
Oh
put
my god,
content on any other case, and you'll expose yourself because people will realise you're full of shit. You're not a content creator. You're a fucking crybaby. That's why all your content is drama. Ladies and gentlemen of the chat, it's been fun, but Prof's been exposed. We've shown Prof's brother. We've shown Prof's son for who they are. We've shown Rich Snake for who he is. We've shown April for who she is. But they'll keep making their little schoolyard shenanigans. They'll keep making their little no, that's tuning in the chat. Thank you. Yeah, they'll be making their content of irrelevant shit, crying over nothing. I hope you all enjoyed meeting Robin's brother. I hope you all enjoyed seeing Robin for just who he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Jinx, do you have anything to say?
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
I will. I mean, I don't